Awesome, a really warm welcome to day 14 of the Amazon 10K challenge, where we take a product from $0 all the way up to $10,000 every single month on Amazon, $120,000 a year of revenue, which is financial freedom for most people. So I'm going to be launching fully transparently so you can see every step that I'm taking, and you can follow along at home, taking the exact same steps I'm doing and achieving the exact same results and making $120,000 a year for yourself. We're only spending $4,000 in starting budget when you put that next to that $120,000 of revenue. It's a pretty incredible thing to do and a pretty incredible skill to learn. So I hope you're taking action, and I hope you are learning this skill with me. That's not what I wanted to pull up yet. This is what I wanted to show you. We're in phase 4, the create the listing phase for our scratch maps. If you haven't seen what we've done so far, phases 1, 2, and 3, definitely go back and watch the first 13 days. It's packed with amazing information in there and how we got to this stage. But basically, today we're going to be working on creating our photos and our images for our listing. Now, the photos and images are by far the most important part of the listing. If you can only have one thing optimized, I highly recommend that you focus on your photos. And I'm going to show you how to come up with great ideas for your photos and then execute on those great ideas and make your photos stand out in the search results, and also just beat your competitors' photos. That photos is what shows the quality of your item, and we're going to make sure that our photos are amazing. I'm going to show you how I did that so you can do that for your own product. If we jump across to our budget spreadsheet, you can see we're sourcing our maps $6.30 a piece, $31.50 total for the first 500 units, airshipped to the Amazon warehouse, and that brings our total investments up to $3,654, which means we have about $350 left to launch our product with, marketing wise, which will be fun to do. A little bit of a challenge, but again, I like having the opportunity to work with a small budget and get really big results, so it can inspire you to do the same. If you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, I say it every video, definitely get in this Facebook group, because we are all in here helping each other out, posting our results, inspiring others, asking questions, answering each other's questions. I'm in here, and we're all growing and learning together to make that $10,000 a month. So definitely join. The link is in the description. Also, if you're not a member of the masterclass yet, but you've watched this many series so far in this transparent launch, definitely get the masterclass. If you like this series, you're going to love the masterclass. It's 11.5 hours of everything I know about Amazon and everything I learned in launching over 12 successful products on Amazon. So definitely get that. The link for that is in the description too, and you can save $200 by using that coupon code. So without further ado, I'm excited to show you how to come up with great photo ideas for your listing and then execute on them and have them really pop out in the search results and really stand out from your competitors and make people want to buy your product instead of your competitors' products. So let's jump into that. Don't miss out on this. We are giving away an Amazon product idea that I personally found that will make you over $5,000 every month, $1,000 of PayPal cash to buy your stock, and a fast-track Amazon FBA coaching session to ensure that you launch your product perfectly. To win, all you need to do is subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment below why you want to start an Amazon FBA business. Enter now, then let's jump into this video. Awesome, so here we are back on our listing, the Odyssey Maps scratch map listing, and you can see I have thrown up a photo here, which is just the raw design file that our graphic designer has done in order to get our product sourced. It's not being optimized or anything for the Amazon search results or for the Amazon listing. So I definitely will be taking this down and putting it up with more optimized pictures. But you can see the number one thing we are missing on this listing at the moment is a set of really good photos. If we could get a set of photos that are 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10 in quality, and they really show how good our map is, they show the features of our map, they show the unique selling proposition of our map, we become a much more trustable listing, and a listing that people see and almost get sold on just because of the photos, which is what I really love, and I really strive to do in all my listings, is spend a lot of time focusing on these photos, because they're going to do a lot of the marketing for us. If we had a poor quality photo over here, I don't have an example to put up, but if this map was really small and in the middle, and it didn't have bright colors, and it wasn't looking fun and we had that one photo and that's all we had for the listing, our listing will do really, really poorly because people can't trust it. They don't know what it actually looks like. They can't imagine them owning this map. So they're not going to buy the map. But if we put some cool Photoshop photos of this up in a bedroom or up in a living room, a modern house, people then like step into that photo and imagine them with this map on the wall of their house. So that's the goal, is to have some photos that you look at and you're like, wow, they're incredible photos. I'm going to show you how to come up with ideas for that firstly, and then I'm going to show you the best ways to either outsource that or do that yourself. So the first thing I wanted to go through with, which I think is really important, is the image standards or image guidelines on Amazon. There's a couple of really important points here that a lot of people miss. So one of the most important ones is this one right here, that main images must have a pure white background. So you can see there's a few rules attaining to that main image. So what the main image is if I come over to the Echo Dot and just search for it, the main image is the one that's going to show up in the search results. And you can see all these have white backgrounds. This one is the official Echo Dot. You can see this has a white background. Even though this photo looks better, you can't have this text or anything behind it. We can't have this table behind it in your main image. It has to be your product on a white background, which is very important. It's important that we stick to these images because we stick to these standards, because Amazon will take down your listing if you don't adhere to them. So main images must show the actual product, not a graphic or illustration, and they must not have excluded accessories or things that confuse the customer. So it's really important that, especially in your main image, that you don't have anything that's not included in your package in it, or anything that is trying to break one of Amazon's terms and conditions, like having arrows or having specials or Christmas bonus or Christmas sale or whatever on it. Don't do that, because I've heard of people who have done that and had very bad experiences with that, and I've never done it and I never will do it, because I just want to be adhering to these rules so that Amazon aren't afraid to promote us and they know we're going to be following their guidelines. So another standard, is that the product must fill 85% or more of the image, 1,000 pixels or larger on each size. I'm going to get into exact sizing soon. So basically this just means have it be a real image and don't try and trick anybody with your images. And then it gives you some examples down here. No great backgrounds, no accessories that don't come with it. Make sure you show the whole picture. Don't show a picture on a box, show the actual picture. Don't make it small, make it nice and big. You can go through all of these. This one's a low quality one. Make sure it's a high resolution photo. You can come in here and go through these yourself, but I just thought it was important to touch on so you have a baseline of what we need to do and what standards we need to fill in our images. So what I did is I created this really quick little graphic, or just list. It's 5 images that we're going to have for our product. You can have more. I think you can have up to 7, but the 5 are the ones that are going to show on the side, and then the rest you have to click more images and then it'll show. So these 5 are going to be the most important, and it's really important that you do have 5 images, because people can get a real feel for your product. So they actually have 6 here. So you could have 6, and then these ones will be show more down here. But you get a real understanding and a real feel for the product the more images you see of it. So you want to have, a lot of people just have 1 images or 3 images. You want to have as many as possible. So 5 to 8 images is amazing. It's also going to help you rank well. If you have more images, Amazon's going to promote you further. So you can see Echo Dot, they have a lot of images as well, and they have a video. Once you get enhanced brand content, you can put a video, but for the moment we won't be able to put a video in our listing. So what I've done here is I've named what I like to do for each of my images. Number 1 is going to be the main image, so it's going to be the image on a white background like you saw the Echo Dot. Number 2 is going to be the USP showcase. And if you don't remember what USP is, it's the unique selling proposition of the item. So for us, it'll be that the fact that the map is large. Here we go. It'll be the fact that the map is large. So I'll probably have the dimensions on that image or something similar to that. That's really going to show off that unique selling proposition that I know people are looking for. So I think that's going to be really important for the maps. So for your image, whatever the unique selling proposition is, definitely get that into that second image, and have the image different to the first image as well. Don't have for example, this image and then the same image again with dimensions. Definitely give it some variety in order to get people to see a different angle and see a different perspective of your product. The third one's going to be the second unique selling proposition showcase. So ours might be the minimalist design. Haven't quite decided on it yet. It might be the accessories that come with it. It might be the fact that the US states are scratchable. It'll be a zoom in on the US states. It could be the easy scratch technology. That's probably is what it is going to be. I think I'll be zoomed in on the scratch and with an arrow to make sure that I know it's easy scratch technology. But you can see I'm planning these images out as I'm going through it with you. But this is basically the structure that I use in order to plan them out. 4 and 5 want to be a lifestyle image, and similar to what I was saying before, you want the customer to be able to step into the image and imagine them with that product in their house. So next to their bed, with a glass of water and a lemon in it, or again next to their bed with a nice modern black interior. Looks sort of like a man's house, so maybe this one's appealing to men, maybe that one's appealing to women, I don't know. But you can see this one is attached to I don't even know what that is, a CD player? A stereo or radio or something like that. So basically, you want your lifestyle photos, and let's see if Landmass did lifestyle photos. They sort of did this person scratching it off with it on a frame in the wall. There's another pretty good one with it on the wall behind a couch. You can see their lifestyle photos, and they don't always have to show the photo. You can see this is just a guy on a beach, and this is a girl at a train. So it's showing the traveling aspect of the map, which is really cool, and I'll probably do. What if the original travel tracker map support our mission? 10% off profits go to study abroad grants, which is pretty cool little perk there. Landmass, they do really well. I actually quite like their company. So the 4 and 5 are lifestyle images, and I'll be using lifestyle images for mine. Let's go over to the Echo Dot because they do really well. You can see this is their main image here. That's the one that is displayed on the search results. And then this is the one that show you the functions of the Echo Dot. So you can see you can use all these apps on it. And of course they can't use this for their main image, otherwise they probably would. But it's very clear and very modern, and it makes you ask more questions, which is going to make you read the description and things like that. They got 2 lifestyle images, and then this is probably a unique selling proposition number 2, where they say here's you from across the room, and it's got these cool little sound waves where the microphones are showing that there's I guess 7 microphones on this thing, which is really cool. I would reorder this. I'd go main image, USP 1, USP 2, lifestyle. But again, as long as they're all there, they're going to get hovered over nonetheless. So that is the structure that I like to go through. What you should do is, while you're reading this, and I'm going to be doing this as well, is, okay, I need a main image. What's the best main image I can get? You need to get inspiration for that main image to make that as good as possible. So the first way I would do that is simply to type in and see what my competitors are doing. Scratch off map of the world, old apartments, and search. So this is just obviously front on. This is not a great image. It's pretty dull. This one's better. It's side on. I really like that slant because you get more in it. They've got the tube and they got the accessories in front. A little bit of reflection, which is cool. I'll be writing down. Okay, I'll put a reflection in mine. That looked really cool. This is just a tube and a map, but again, it's front on. It makes it look a lot smaller. This makes it look a lot bigger because you can stretch that side. So I'm definitely going to be doing something like that. This one looks the best so far there. Their accessories, there's a lot of nice spacing down there. They spaced it out a lot better than this person. And this tube, again, that spacing in there looks really good. Makes it seem like there's more to it. There's more, and that's Earth Habitats. Landmass Goods, they got a little triangle box, and they did something very similar. You can see the reflections in here too. So I'll definitely be putting that reflection in there. This one's interesting. They actually, again, not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to have, because it's only one map. They put the map twice, one standing out, one down, which is a little bit strange. They're actually ranking really high. I wonder how new this product is. So these are sponsored. So this is actually ranking 3rd organically for Scratch Off Map of the World, which is pretty cool. It's been up for 120 days, so it's been up a long time. And sells well. Weird that they only have 33 reviews. That's a very weird, because they've been selling a lot of product. But again, they got 2 photos of the same map, which you're not allowed to do. Terrible looking text. I don't like their photos at all, or their map design. It's super crowded, which gives me, I like that one. That's looking okay, actually. The Photoshop job's not great on that. The shadowing's okay. Yeah, not great photos, which is cool. I'm still confused by the new 33 reviews. Alright, but going back to looking at photos, so they've got the non-scratched, and then the scratched off. Again, not allowed to do that, but it does look good. There's a tubing over there to the right. This one's cool. So this one, I don't know if you're allowed to do this. So you get a free ebook with this, which is cool, and I might do that long term. Not with a short term, but they've got an iPad there showing the ebook, which is kind of cool. And I'd have to email Amazon to make sure you're allowed to do that, but that would be a cool thing to do because it does actually catch the eye. It has a digital screen on there. Like, why would there be a digital screen? This one's cool. One thing I'm picking up is everyone goes left to right with the tube on the right. It might be beneficial to have our tube on the left and go right, have the map big on the right and then small on the left, and then accessories down in the middle, because it's just different to what everyone else is doing. They all seem to be doing tube on the right. And again, you want to stand out. You want to be different. So that's the ad. That's Earth Habitat again. Just want to come in and just see if anyone else is doing anything different or cool. That almost looks bulged. Again, pole on the right. Not allowed to do this. Not allowed to do that. Not allowed to do that. All that. Again, you'll see people doing it. It's up to you if you do want to break Amazon's terms and conditions. I definitely don't. I'm here for the long game. This is one thing I noticed too, is this is cool how they have half scratched, half not. I don't love it too much, but I do prefer a lot of it being scratched off. Some of them just show a little bit being scratched off. That's cool. It's got a flag underneath it. Or none of it scratched off. I think it stands out a lot better. And especially like our photo here, it stands out a lot better once it's showing the scratched off, because it's more colorful, so it's going to pop out a lot better, like this one down here. And that's actually a top key, which I teach in the Amazon Masterclass, link in the description if you don't have it. But basically, you can put, if you're designing your packaging from scratch, you can put something bright on the packaging. So maybe a big pink dot or maybe a big red dot, and you're allowed to put your packaging in your image. So therefore you can grab people's attention. When you're designing your packaging, you keep your product image in mind. I've had a couple of friends and even myself put just like a big pink dot with writing in it on the packaging, just so it can grab people's eye as they're scrolling down the search results. So that's a tip from the course for you. I'm just going to go maybe one more page, just see what's going on. So everyone seems to be doing this. I don't blame them. It does look good, but I do want to get some variation. Not allowed to do that. This one looks pretty good. It's a little bit different. I don't like that map design though. Again, everyone seems to be doing something similar, which is pretty good. We'll go one more page. Open the door for us. You're not allowed to do this. It's got to be a white background, remember? Even though it does stand out a lot. You could definitely have a hand in there. Like this person, yeah. You get a hand on the scratch in the map, which is, again, I'm just coming up with ideas, how to stand out, how to be different. Yeah, so pretty straightforward. I think I got a few ideas out of that. But basically I'll be coming through and doing my photos, my graphic design over the next couple of days and showing you what I come up with. Another thing you can use is Pinterest. So I just came over here and I typed scratch off map of the world. Pinterest do really good design wise. So you can come over here. I didn't see too much, but depending on your niche, you might find some really cool design ideas. This one's got a hand in it. This one's a close-up with a coin. This is the similar tubing. Oh, that is landmass. So you can see landmass over here, advertising. So you can come over to Pinterest and type in whatever your keyword is, or even it doesn't have to be a scratch map. You can type in something different. Something that's not your product, but it's similar to your product, and see what they do. It's interesting. You might get some ideas for your photo. You might not, depending on your niche. That's really cool. That looks super cool. So you get a lot of tattoos. Yeah, so nothing really here for me, but definitely you want to try and hit Pinterest and see if they have any cool cool photos or cool like angles of a map, or like ways they've positioned the map in order to stand out. So Pinterest is super helpful there. And that would be how I would plan out my main image. I got one more last point on this main image, and it's a really, really important one. Took it from the Echo Dot, because I do this with all my listings, and if you have accessories, it's very important to do it with this strategy as well. You can see this Echo Dot looks really cool. It's obviously been photoshopped, post, and airbrushed, and it looks really smooth and silky. I would change one thing though. Look at the white space to the left. You can see all this here. My mouse is over on the left, is white space, and all this on the right is white space too. Which means when it shows up in the search results, it's actually going to be a lot smaller than it needs to be, because it's going to fill in this white space around it, and it's going to consequently make that thing smaller. So what I like to do, and I mocked it up over here, is I like to get rid of that white space like this. So when it pops up in the search results, it's taking up as much space as possible, and it really captures people's eyes and people's attention, because it does take up more space and isn't just small. I don't know if Amazon did this because they like the smaller looking Amazon Alexa, maybe because technology is supposed to be smaller or something, but at least for my products, I'd like them to be fitting the whole screen so we can get more real estate and capture more attention. The other thing I want to point out on this one is if you have accessories, you want to make them fit in as close as possible. So if you had, say, a stylus, you'd put it in down here, and then maybe you have some stickers, you put them in down here. You want to take up as much room as possible, so you want to arrange your accessories either on Photoshop or get your graphic designer. Again, Fiverr, I went through this before, but basically Fiverr.com to get your own graphic designer on a budget. You get it for under $50 for a great logo and a few photos. If you want to spend a little bit more, you can too. But basically, logo design or product images are also great. I don't have anyone I recommend specifically, but come in and look at the photos, see what product images you like, and you can hire them to take your photos. I have not used this service, but Evan has. Viral Launch also do images, product photography, where you send them your photo and they will take photos for you. Evan saw good results with this. I haven't used it, but if you're looking for someone to take photos for you professionally, check out Viral Launch. And then 99 Designs is another one. 99 Designs will be mostly packaging and logo design, but if you do have a high budget, it's really good. They have some incredible designs on there. 99 Designs. This is .com.au, but you can see they can design a lot of really cool stuff for you if you have a little bit of a higher budget. But basically, if you don't have Photoshop skills, I'd go to Fiverr first, and then I'd go to Viral Launch, and then I'd go to 99 Designs. A lot of options out there, and even you can learn to do it yourself too if you're on a really tight budget. And it's pretty easy to make photos look good using Photoshop or another sort of software that might be free. So it's not a big deal if you're a little bit lost on photos. It's quite easy thing to learn. YouTube's going to be a big help, and again, your iPhone or whatever phone you use will have a good enough camera if you are really on a tight budget. So that's the thing I wanted to point out with that main image. We're then going to go into the USP showcase, and similar to what I did with the main image, you're going to want to see what other people are doing on their second and third images. At the moment, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm restricting my search to just these maps. So for example, where's Landmass, who does really well? Down here. You can see their photo again was a lifestyle one. So let's go to see if there's another unique selling proposition. They don't really have it. Oh, here we go. US states separated by color. You can see that that is one of their selling propositions, and they've got it zoomed in on the USA. Don't love their design of their map. I think our map is a lot cleaner and nicer, which is good. So I'm excited to launch that and see if we can get some sales from these people. But basically, when I say from these people, it's from people who wanted to buy this. They're scrolling down. Oh, there's other maps. This one looks better than this map, and they click it. This is sponsored, but this is customers who also bought, which is always interesting to look through. But basically, what I'm saying is you don't have to be looking at your niche. Something to look at, which best-selling Amazon products, which is really beneficial. Come to best-selling Amazon products, and then you can come down to something like even pet supplies. Let's have a look at dentist sticks. And you can look at things that are selling really well. Like this is unrelated to my niche, but you may get some ideas. So maybe not out of this one. 32 large treats. Just gives you more information. That's probably not the best example, but maybe camera and photo. Let's have a look at this Fujifilm. So not great, just photos of it. There's a little lifestyle photo down there. But basically come through here and you can pick up some really cool photo ideas from this. So these seem to be, well, that looks super clean. You can see that's been touched up post, but it just looks amazing. Look at that camera. That's definitely not taken with a camera. That's definitely Photoshop. Someone's put that on there. They just look really clean. And there's a lifestyle one. There's one with the packaging. So remember that you can put, they sort of doubled that up, but you can put one with the packaging in. Let's have a look at this drone. Okay, so something like this is good. I don't love it. It looks a little bit crowded and a little bit amateur, but you can see that how they have put their unique selling propositions here and sort of like diagrams. 2015 hot sale. Okay, so it's not, they're selling super well, but they obviously are selling based on price because this one's cool. This one's a lot better. So little symbols down the bottom. You can see they put a little shadow in here. You can come in and you can get ideas from other people. Now you're allowed to put these symbols in writing on the images as long as it's not on your main image that gets shown. You can see again they get a little reflection of the image, which is allowed as far as I know. Let's have a look at this little camera. Cool, so this one looks great. A little blue bar down the bottom with little symbols and then tells you the unique selling propositions of the item. Again, the item's been touched up post and looks incredible. 720 crisps. Unique selling propositions up there too. A little bit of a shadow. It just looks really nice. There's a lifestyle photo. Another lifestyle photo. Another lifestyle photo. With a little thing down the bottom, which looks great. And again, I'm getting ideas and inspiration, even though it's not my product, just because this is a really top selling item. And of course, they're going to have high quality designers and graphic designers in here. So you can just come in and have a look at what everyone else is doing to sell their items, especially the best sellers, and you're going to get a lot of great ideas from it. So coming back to this, I'd go through and I'm going to start designing my showcase of USP number 1, showcase of USP number 2, and then I'm going to get a couple of lifestyle images mocked up. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to show you what I come up with. I want you to start planning your images if you're up to this stage 2, which I hope you are, and I hope you're taking action. It's going to be really cool. I think we're going to launch our product within about 5 to 6 days. We're going to be going over what sort of marketing that we're going to use in order to launch, which is, I know, the phase that everybody has been excited about, the phase that everybody's waiting for is actually the launch of the product, how we're going to get momentum on the product, how we're going to get our first reviews, and how the snowball strategy actually works. We're going to be going over that over the next 3 to 4 days, which is going to be super exciting and super fun and very educational. So I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Make sure you've subscribed, turn on your post notifications, and comment below if you think that I'm missing anything in this series. I'm willing to add it. I'm happy to add it. I am a little bit late in going through everyone's comments because I've been busy with Christmas time. Merry Christmas, by the way. It is the 25th here. So if it's 25th there, Merry Christmas to you. But basically, I've been a little bit busy, but I'm going to go back and answer everyone's comments. So definitely comment below and I'll get around to answering you. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.